Shortages. If we are to believe the news, there are shortages of everything, everywhere. There is a shortage of microchips, shortage of food, shortage of baby formula in the US, Britain and Canada. There are labor shortages. There is an even shortage of strippers, and even the shortage of clowns. You know that shortages are real when you have a shortage of clowns. Where are clowns when you need them? If we are to believe the media, we have a shortage of everything. But is that true? Is it even possible to run out of absolutely everything? Is that real news or fake news?
You are fake news.
I am a boring mainstream economist, and this is my channel, Bare Basics Economics. And in this video you will learn, are those shortages real and what they mean for you and for the entire economy. So are those shortages real? Yes! No. What does economics tell us about shortages? A shortage is a situation when buyers want to buy more than sellers want to sell at the current price. Again, it's when buyers want to buy more than sellers want to sell at the current price. Did you catch the main idea in this definition? If you set the price, if you understood that the main idea here is the current price, you are more competent, you are more intelligent than all journalists combined, because you already understood that it's all about the price. Economics is about supply and demand. Supply goes up and demand goes down. And the shortage arises when the current market price is too low. Suppose this is the current price. At this price, this is how much sellers want to sell. Economists call it the quantity supplied. This is how much buyers want to buy. We call it the quantity demanded. And you can see that the quantity supplied is less than quantity demanded. And the difference is the shortage. So every time you see a story about a shortage, it's a story about prices being too low. Prices being so low that buyers are eager to buy such cheap products, while sellers are much less interested in selling at low prices. That's a shortage. But can you guess what sellers will do? Guess what sellers will do if there is a shortage. If there is a long line of buyers eager to buy your product at a cheap price. Sellers will raise the prices. And as prices get higher and higher, there will be fewer and fewer buyers. And the shortages will be getting smaller and smaller until the price is high enough so that how much buyers want to buy is exactly how much sellers want to sell. And the shortage disappears. Good news! Shortages will not last. Bad news, prices will rise. So it's not a story about shortages, it's a story about prices. Because every time you see a story about a shortage, it means one thing, that prices for that product will go up. And if it's true that we have a shortage of everything, it means that prices for everything will go up. You probably want to say, hey, what about shortages of labor? Shortages of workers, strippers and clowns. What do they mean? Well, labor has a price, and the price of labor is a wage. So every time there is a shortage of workers, it means that wages will go up. And when wages go up and the prices go up, it means one thing, high inflation. So that high inflation of today will go on into tomorrow. Embrace yourself for high and long inflation.
Today, we received news that our economy had 0% inflation. 0%.
Mr. President, in your country, inflation is not zero. It's actually 8.3%. And last time I checked, 8.3 doesn't equal zero. For how long will this inflation continue?
As long as it takes.
And now, after we listen to President of the United States, let's listen to the President of France.
What we are living through is a time of great upheaval, because we are witnessing, and not just since this summer, but over the past few years, the end of what we might have seen as abundance.
Did you know that before, your life was a life of abundance? You had an abundant food, travel, clothing, cars, homes, gold, silver, diamonds, and expensive kittens. Or maybe he was talking about his life, that his life was abundant, the life of a president and an investment banker. And now he's upset that his life will be still abundant, but little bit less abundant. And now President Macron is ending the age of abundance. He's giving you the age of misery. It's going to be the age of high inflation, a global recession, and shortages. And this age of misery will continue as long as Biden's and Macron's of the day stay in power. But sooner or later, they will be gone. They will resign or get re-elected, but new people will take over. And when it happens, when new leaders take over, things will start to change. New leaders will finally put inflation under control and will start getting economies out of the woods. But until then, we'll have to endure inflation and shortages. And I wish you that despite high inflation and shortages, you stay happy, stay positive, and stay tuned for more videos.